Hello everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm upstairs in bed and I'm watching some classic movies and I have a couple fans going in the bedroom. So hopefully you can hear me over the fans. So this is going to be just kind of a hello, kind of a check-in. I haven't put up a video for probably a week, if not a little bit longer. And it's going to kind of also be another one of my how I stay creative, living with chronic pain type of videos. So I was up yesterday because I had a doctor appointment, and then I went to Costco to just go pick up a couple things. And then I came home and I've been kind of down ever since. I got to switch hands here just a second. Sorry. Try not to shake the camera too much or my phone too much. So just not feeling so good. I've been having, just real quick, I'll tell you about my appointment yesterday. I saw my doctor. He's my regular doctor here in Albany, and he works with my neurosurgeon up in Portland, which is about 2 hours away. So I don't have to make the trek up to Portland every time, for just like a routine check-in, so to speak. And I've been experiencing a lot more intense pain around my skull, the base of my skull on the left side where they opened when they did the brain surgery. I have a hole in my skull about that big, and it's filled with medical cement. About that, well, probably about that big, and it's kind of like got a divot in it. Like you could set a golf ball on there and it would like stay. And anyway, so I've been having a lot of stabbing pain and stuff around that. And that was pretty much normal the first year to 2 years after my surgery, which I experienced, but it's been kind of picking up last couple of months. So I just mentioned it to him. And then, of course, he's going to pass it on to my neurosurgeon. And then they'll let me know if there's anything concerning, like if they need to do another scan or something like that, MRI or anything like that. So that was the main discussion at my appointment yesterday, and so I'm just not feeling so good with that today. So I'm just kind of taking it easy. So I have been I have the videos on my channel where I've talked about, where I've been doing the different coloring books, other ones where I've done the stitching. I know I have a couple other like slow stitching type videos that I've done this kind of setup before. And so this isn't going to be too much different, but I have a couple other things I wanted to share too. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there and kind of share with everybody. So what we're doing now is I have over here, I'm trying to go slow so I don't make you sick. I have it on a table right now, but this is a really cute duffel bag I got at Walmart a few months back. I love it. And so I have one of my lights in it. It's got a magnifier, which is great because of my old eyes. And I just kind of put together little things. So I thought I might show you how my setup is and the different things I've been using just to kind of make it a little bit more portable for me. So that bag is one of them. These are some really cute baskets that I got from Walmart. They're lavender and they have gray, I think, and white. I don't know if they still have them or not, but I bought a bunch of these in different sizes. And I just have some of my floss, some of it's DNC, some of it's some vintage stuff, and some of it's I got from like, secondhand shops and stuff like that. This right here is from the Lisa Matic Forge kit of the month. I did videos on these of each of the kits that I got. It's the block of the month. So they came in the different kits. I don't remember off the top of my head the name of the company, but it's in those videos, and it's just beautiful, beautiful floss that they've the colorways are just really, really pretty. So I've been having a lot of fun playing with those. And then I just have I don't typically keep my stuff in sandwich bags and stuff like this anymore. I used to, I don't anymore, but since I'm still not unpacked it, this works great, and I think it's perfect for my needs. So I just got some different, types of yarn, or not yarn, but hemp cording and some different threads and stuff like that. And this I found at Hobby Lobby, and I just have this has most of my needles in it, all my different sashiko needles and embroidery and darning, just all that kind of stuff, and some of my snippets and a few little buttons and stuff. So I have that in there. These are the ribbons and trims from the Lisa Matic Forge kits that I got. So I have those out. These are some different I picked it from estate sale, some different trims and such. That's a Tim Holtz thing in there. I found it and I didn't want to lose it, so I threw it in the sandwich baggie until I can get my stuff unpacked. This I picked up at an estate sale or garage sale or something. So I've been playing with this one on this particular project I'm working on. These are at Target. You can still get them. I think they're like 52 cents a piece or maybe even cheaper than that. I can't remember. They're really inexpensive, and they're in the kids section, like where they have like the different water bottles and bowls and plates for kids and placemats and stuff. That caught my eye because I was walking by because it's purple. So I already had one, and I went and grabbed a couple more. These are great to put your little bits and bobs in when you're working on projects and stuff. They had other colors, but of course the lavender was what I went for. So this is a great little tray. Oh, my stuff blew out. Where'd it go? I had my scraps in there, and they must have blew out with the fan. Oh, anyway, I'll find them. They're somewhere. So works great for that. So as I'm working on different projects, and I have like little bits of, oh yeah, here they are. They blew out when I was turned the fan around. So I just was tossing my little strings in here for now. But like when I have little bits of pieces left from a project, then I'll just like toss it in here, and it just kind of keeps it contained and nice. So I have that. And then here's just some more of the floss that I picked up from estate sales and yard sales and things like that. So most of the fabrics I'm working with, let me move this out of the way for a second. Most of the fabrics I'm working with are from the Lisa Forge, why do I keep saying Lisa Forge? Lisa Matic kits. And so I have a lot of the block pieces and stuff here. This pile are the ones I've cut down to use on other projects. This is a combination. These are my little baggies I've had for my scrapbooking retreats for years and years and years. And I'm using them, repurposing them to hold little bits of fabrics. These are just some of my little snippets and things that I've had. And some different seam bindings. This is one of my pin cushions I got off of Etsy. I thought this was super cute. It's in a vintage jello mold. So it's one of my pin cushions. And what I've been working on are just these little panels, and you can make the blocks any size you want. The muslin comes in, let me show you a whole piece of the muslin. It comes like this, and I just cut mine into fourths because I wanted to have 4 little panels. But you could do whatever you want to with the blocks, the kits that you get. So, but I've just been making these little panels, just doing little bits of slow stitching and playing with this beautiful floss and stuff. And so it's just been fun, just been, kind of piecing things together and just been doing a lot of stitching, because this really helps me when I'm having a lot of pain, and it is hard to focus on a lot of this stuff. I'm going to be honest, it really truly is. And there are times where I'll start and then I just stop because I get so frustrated because of just hurting and not being able to try to complete a piece or a part of the project I'm working on. This is the most recent one I completed, and I love those little flowers that I made. This is a linen, vintage linen. I don't know what you call this when it has those little holes in it like that. Those little embroidered holes, you see that? So those holes right there, that's what was up here. And then I just took the needle out a little ways from the original hole and just made it to like a flower shape. I thought that was kind of cool. And I just did little French knots in the center. And then this is just a doily that I just stitched on. But this strip right here along the side, this represents a night of, well, not a night, it was more like, I guess, in the evening, early evening, of some tears and frustration of hurting. But I just kept going and going, and just kind of pushing through with each stitch, saying, you got this, just, try to focus on this, try to shift your focus off of your pain. And I had some meditative music playing in the background, which really helps me. That might sound funny. I don't know if it does or not, saying that out loud, but I do listen to that kind of stuff. And just off of YouTube, I just have a playlist I made for it, and it helps me. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just doing some different, I'm working on another panel I started the other night, and I was starting so bad I had to stop. I don't even know if I like how this is coming together, because I picked out the pieces when I wasn't feeling very good, and I was probably not in the best of moods. And I'm just being honest about this. I try to be happy Abby and joking around and stuff, but I am a real person, and pain gets to you sometimes. So these are the other components that are going to go on this when I get it done. The bottom fabric's already stitched on. Already did that. And then now I'm just stitching on this lace material just for added texture. But I like it because you can still see the stitching that I did in the background. So pardon my nails. I have an appointment next week. My nails are growing out. But you can see that stitching I did right there, which I think is really cool. So it's been fun, and it's been a challenge because, I'm working with colors that I didn't select. They came in the kit, which I think is great because it really helps to stretch me creatively, because there's no purple in here, as you can see, or any of the other main colors. I mean, there are colors in here and things I do like the colors and some of the patterns, but I don't typically work with like orange and um, greens and like prints like this. There's nothing wrong with this print. That's just not a print I probably would go grab and purchase myself or whatever. So, and also, oh, and up here too, if I get tired of doing this, I try to give myself a couple different options, whether it's coloring, my coloring books are here, or I've got my stitching stuff, or maybe I'm going to sit down and fussy cut out some different, tags and bits of ephemera and things like that, or I'll have like, my I just lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. But I try to have at least two things around me that so if one isn't helping me, or if one isn't oh, I feel so rambly, guys. I'm so sorry. If one isn't really helping me get my focus off my pain to some degree, then I'll try to switch to something else, if that makes any sense. So this is a book I picked up on Amazon, I don't know, probably a month or two ago. It's Sue Spargo's Creative Stitching. You can get it on Amazon. It's the second edition. She does have a first one, obviously, but from what I've done from some other um, stitching ladies I follow on YouTube and Instagram that do quilts and a lot of hand stitching and embroidery and things like that, the second edition, they're recommending, if you haven't purchased this, the first one, to go ahead and purchase the second edition, because she has a lot of additional stitches and some updated information in it and everything. So that's why I went ahead and just purchased the second edition. And it's really cool because she goes through a lot of different stitches. She walks you through the process on how to do these different stitches. There's different categories of the types of different stitches. You can also look on videos, of course, on YouTube if you need to actually see somebody doing the actual motion, which on some of these more intricate ones I do need that visual of watching somebody do it. But I'm able to learn from this book as well. I have different ways. I have the books, I have different YouTube videos, different blogs and stuff like that. So I've been trying to, isn't that beautiful? Not just because it's purple, but it is purple, but aren't those just gorgeous? They're so pretty. Be so pretty. I'm so excited about this whole new to me world. Well, not really new because it's been close to a year, I guess. But as far as me doing embroidery and different hand stitching and slow stitching techniques and stuff, incorporating that into my crafts I've been doing for decades, different scrapbookings and cards and tags and junk journals. So that's where I'm going with this. I just kind of want to include a lot of this into my projects that I've been doing for years and years. So in this thing here, which I got from Hobby Lobby, I thought it was cute too. It's not purple, but it's really cute. It has a couple of my different embroidery hoops in there and stuff. So I kind of practice different stitches and stuff. So that's kind of it, I guess, for the sewing aspect of it. And then I found these at Target, and I thought these were really cool because I always like to walk the stationery aisle when I go to Target, just for looking for different pens and just whatever things like that. And I was intrigued. I was like, because I have a couple different journals I write, and I have one that's specifically for my trigeminal neuralgia, my daily pain journaling, where I document, new pains I have or my rough days. That way I can share it with my doctors. And then I have another one that's just like regular journaling. And so I'm always writing, and I thought, oh, this would be kind of cool. So I flipped through it and looked at it, and I really was intrigued by this. And so there are two, obviously, that I found at Target. This is the first one. And I love it because it has that, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Copic or Copic stitching, but I love that. I haven't learned how to do this yet, but that's also on my list, and I have some videos saved. I think that's just such a pretty stitch. Anyway, so it has that, and then I'll just kind of show you some of the questions. They're random, nothing's dated, there are no page numbers. So like one of the questions is, write about a time you broke something, and it gives you space to write. And like this one is, how do you, I have to look at the book, not through the phone, sorry. How do you soothe yourself when you're upset? And then there could be questions like, what requires your patience today? Or were you ever bullied as a child? And it asks you to explain why. And some of these aren't as heavy. I mean, I'm just not really finding some that are real quick, like, do you like your name? That kind of stuff. And I already answered one page in here so far. It was about, I'm not sure where it is now. There it is. It was about, do you prefer to read electronic books or paper books, and why? And of course, I wrote that I prefer paper. My purple pen ran out, so all I had next to me was a pink one, so I had to finish with the pink pen. But I thought it was just kind of cool because it's asking us random things about, yourself. Like, what's your favorite way to spend a lazy day? And I have to tell you guys, this paper is divine. I'm not sure if my phone's going to pick it up, the texture. This is such beautiful paper to write on. I love it. So I've been having fun with it, and I grabbed the second book as well because it has more writing prompts. I haven't flipped through this one all the way, but let's see here. Like this one says, where do you think your special gifts and talents would be best served? So that's a question. Write the first page in your autobiography. So you can kind of skip around. At least that's what I'm doing with it. And a couple reasons why I wanted to grab these. One, I thought it'd be kind of fun. This is because to just answer kind of random questions like this about myself, and then also I can add this to all of this that I use for, and there are other things outside of just this that I try to do to help me keep my mind off my pain if I can. I've got my classic movies. I've got things I tinker around in the house. You know, trying to play board games stuff with the family, things like that. Not just crafty stuff, but it's mostly this because these are things that I can do when I'm down in bed and hurting really bad. So I thought these would be fun to incorporate into this, I guess, arsenal, so to speak, of my different tools that I try to find and assemble to help me push past the pain, even if it's only for just a few minutes. I mean, the pain is still there. This doesn't take my pain away by any means, but it helps to take my mind off it, even just for a little bit. Sometimes it fails. Sometimes nothing works. And I just lay here and I just cry. I'm just going to be honest and tell you. And then there are days where this does the trick. And I'm like, whoa, it's been half an hour. And, I haven't been focusing 100% on my pain, maybe only 50% or whatever the pain level is for that day. So I wanted to share these for that reason. And then in case you also have chronic pain or acute pain, it doesn't have to just be chronic pain, any type of discomfort that is affecting your life, whether it's just for a couple days or if it's every single day, like in my situation. And also because this triggered a memory for me when I was still nursing at the women's center and in the hospital. Our clinic was attached to the back of the hospital where I work. So I would go into the hospital daily to drop off lab work, go pick up supplies, things like that. Well, they had this really cool gift shop at the front of the hospital, and all we had to do was like swipe our badge, and we were able to, and they had really cool stuff in there. And I saw this one day, and it's Grandma Tell Me Your Memories, a daily journal of childhood memories. And I bought this, and I gave it to my mom, and she filled it out. And this is something that I'm going to be giving to my kids. And it talks about just her life. Like, it has dates, but no year. So my mom could choose May 16th from, I don't know, 1974, or it could have been 2012 or whatever year, it doesn't matter. And ask something like, let's see, like this one here. Make sure I had nothing too personal. Have a, what does it say? Oh, shares. I got to look through at the book. Sorry. Share a memory involving a war during your childhood or youth. And so she was talking about World War II going on when she was a child. And I thought that this is just such a cool idea. I'd never seen anything like this before until I bought this. And I don't know what year it was. It was, oh my goodness. See, it had to have been before, so it's probably like maybe 2000, 2001, something like that. And I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing for my kids. And Trey's kind of flipped through it a little bit, and Kaylee has as well. So I'm hanging on to it, until the kids are a little more settled in life and things like that. But I thought, not that these two books aren't saying, grandma or mom or whatever, but I thought my kids and Kyron, when he gets older, maybe they would be interested in reading about my different thoughts on different subjects and things like that. So I thought it was kind of fun, and I wanted to mention it to you guys in case this looks like something you might be interested in. And I found them in the book section, like the stationery, like where the planners and stuff, the planners are. And this is who it's by, in case you want to try to find it online. And I think these were $8 a piece, $7. Man, why is my phone not wanting to focus right? I'm uploading this from my phone, so I'm not going to like do editing or anything, but I will go back on my laptop and I'll try to add links if I can find some of this stuff. So, but anyway, so I wanted to mention these to you guys. I thought these were really cool, and I wanted to film those before I filled out any more information in those, but thought that'd be kind of fun, and I just, like I said, I just wanted to share it with you. So, and I've also been trying to go back and respond to comments on a lot of my older videos, and so I've been doing that as well. So I'm going back to comments from like even a year or two ago, and just trying to answer questions and things like that. So let's see, craft room update. Like, see, right now, I really just want to stop and just like almost cry because I'm hurting so bad, but I'm trying to push myself because one, I miss you guys, and I want you to know that I'm still around, not to forget about me. I'm still here. It's just kind of difficult to always film proper tutorials and things like that, and just in my temporary space, because again, I'm just trying to be respectful of the family's time, and and stuff. And so Steve went to pick up a few more supplies to finish up the baseboard trim in the downstairs craft room. There was one area where the concrete was a little bit uneven when the original owner poured the floor, and then whenever not when I say we, I don't mean me, I mean my husband and our friend that is a contractor. Anyway, so they had to do a little bit of work to make that section of my craft room on the main floor more level. And so there's been a game change, or I can't talk right today. There's been a change in the plans that originally we were going to go ahead and just get all my stuff in my upstairs craft room and in my downstairs craft room, and then they were going to redo the stairs. And if you haven't seen any of my older videos, like earlier this year, I mean older, where I shared what my space looks like out in the RV bay and stuff, the stairs are terrible. They're not up to code. We don't know how they passed inspection, but they did. But so the plan's always been to replace those, and now Steve wants to replace them before I get moved in, because it's not safe, and he worries about me falling because I have a tendency to fall since my brain surgery, and that would be, I mean, that'd probably like result in a broken bones or death probably, because they're just really steep and terrible, like trying to go up and downstairs, packing supplies up and down and things like that. So the plan now is to redo the stairs before we move my stuff into the upstairs room. So that's going to be happening next week, and I will for sure document it as much as I possibly can. We have a family friend. Well, it's one of my sister-in-law's, her parents, and Steve's really, really close with her dad. And so he's family, and so he's going to be helping us with that project. So that's really exciting. And it looks like probably within, I hate to give a deadline because when you're doing remodeling and things, with life, things kind of get pushed out. But, Steve's pretty confident that within the next 2 weeks, I'll be moved in and be able to craft and film and do videos and do some lives and to Skype, craft with my group of girlfriends that I haven't been able to Skype craft with for months, because it's just been difficult because of my current situation and the fact that I am on the West Coast now. So 3-hour time difference has been into play. Plus the fact that I sleep horribly. So mornings are really hard for me to get up and do things and stuff. So I've just been really excited about that whole project, and kind of nervous too, because I just don't want people to lose interest in me or my channel, because I haven't really been putting up a lot of consistent stuff. I promise you, behind the scenes, I've been working on a ton of different things. I have lots and lots of different video clips from different projects, things I've been working on for the last couple months, and I just need to focus and get some editing done, and which I like to do. I love to put all the different clips I do together and add music. I love doing that kind of stuff, but when my pain's really bad, it's hard for me to focus and look at the screen, so I kind of push that stuff off to the side a little bit. So that's kind of where I am with that. I feel like this is super rambly, and I'm so sorry for that, you guys. I just wanted to check in and say hi and let you guys all know that I miss you and I love you guys, and I've been thinking about all of you, and I'm trying to get caught up on comments, and I just miss everybody, and I miss my normal crafting life, and I have no reason, and I'm not complaining. Please know that I am totally not complaining about not having my spaces done yet. I mean, I'm grateful to have any space. I mean, when I first started crafting and scrapbooking, almost 25 years ago. I crafted on a space pretty much this size. It was like a TV tray, the wooden ones from Walmart with the legs. That was my first craft table, and I had that for years and years and years. So, um, just you're just getting anxious about it and everything. So, and let's see, I think that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just kind of check in, share with you how I have my stitching kind of set up to where it's portable, and then those books I shared with you, and then this one too, if you want to go check out this one, Creative Stitching. There is a gal, um, it's her channel's called Quilt Rodeos or Quilt Roadies. I think, yeah, Quilt Roadies. She actually lives, her channel caught my eye because she lives in Sisters, Oregon, which is about maybe an hour and a half from me. It's over the pass, and my oldest sister lives in Sisters, and so I was intrigued. I love finding other Oregon creators on YouTube. It's just really fun for me, and so I kind of started watching her channel, and I first heard of Sue Spargo and this book from her YouTube channel. So that's how I came across that book. So anyway, but you're going to be seeing these in some upcoming projects for sure. I don't want to spill the beans on what I'm going to be doing with all of these different panels, but I'm going to be kind of working on these. They're going to be all these kind of different colors and just kind of fun. And like this here, just kind of looping through, kind of doing my own spin on a satin stitch, but I'm just kind of looping through the different holes there and stuff, and just doing some seed stitching and kind of just some of your basic, let me a little bit of Sasha Kobe, I guess, because I'm, putting some different pieces together and whatnot, but just having lots of fun with it. This one's my favorite one so far. I mean, I have more than just these two. They're just in a different bag right now, but I think they're fun. I like how they feel, and I love the way the back sides look too. I think they're kind of fun looking too. So anyway, just wanted to check in and say hi, and I hope everybody's doing well, and I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go and wrap this up. Again, I apologize for it being so rambling. Oh my gosh, it's almost half an hour. Jabberjaws here. So I will see you guys all next time. So happy scrapping, happy planning, happy crafting, and happy stitching. I got to start adding that one into my outro. And just hang in there with me, guys. I promise I'm going to be back with more regular content on my channel and being more active on social media. Just getting these kind of depressive slopes, and it's just hard to get motivated a little bit for me. And I'm trying to get back into that. So and just again, thank you for being such a huge part of my crafty family, crafty community, and mostly my as a part of my support system, because I do love and appreciate all of you and need all of your support as well. So I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.